That's a look from earlier on as the Nets head to the locker room. They're in no mood to let this game get away from them on their home floor. The activity in front of the Brooklyn Museum, not too far from our setting today here at the Barclays Center. Hi everyone, time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sideline. Hey Dave.
Hey Kevin. Trae Young said when he was growing up he was never a big leaper or a dunker. Truth be told, he said, I wasn't even considered a top guard in my recruiting class, but I worked relentlessly and played with a chip on my shoulder. I wanted to be considered among the great players. I wanted to belong. Well, Kevin, he certainly belongs with the Hawks right now.
Thanks, DA. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Bogdanovich out there with Trae Young. And it's Capella in at center. And for Brooklyn, Irving and LeVert are at the 1 and 2. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Durant. And it's Harris in at the small forward position. And so off the tip, it's Brooklyn. Hey, get on, Kyrie. Now Irving. The pass to Durant. Jordan kicks to KD. Just 5 on the clock. And the wing jumper offline.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
So it's Atlanta now. Bogdanovich looking around.
Nice to see Kyrie focus on locking down his man defensively. You can use that speed to your advantage on that end, too.
And you just can't get tired of watching the way Young shoots the ball. I mean, what a fantastic release.
And it's just limitless in terms of the range. That's what makes it so impressive. He's a small guy, he's quick, and he's got great handles. But he can heave that up from just about anywhere. And when he gets hot, it's something to watch.
Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Kyrie not backing away from the contact there. In fact, welcoming that one, tricked you into it.
On its way from Young for 2. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant. Outside Collins. Young outside, 6 on the shot clock. Shoots the 3, buries it from three-point range.
And you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their 4th shot of the game.
Irving against Young. Irving dishes to Durant. Over Collins. A nice shot by KD.
Yeah, Kevin Durant, great length and using his advantage on the inside.
Irving against Young, and he gets it to go. Young's got 5 now.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Now, here is Irving. Now, here's LeVert. To the paint, and he makes good on the layup. KD's got his second basket of the night.
A solid passer at his position. LeVert excels at finding his teammates when they're open.
Young pass to Bogdanovich. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
Man, there's so many guys that, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table. But in reality, they got to fill some roles, right? And, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are three names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Jared Allen comes in for DeAndre Jordan. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Karis LeVert. Now, here's Bogdanovich.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Here's Irving, and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Well, the defense was right up on him, so electing to go for the fadeaway there to create some room, well, that makes sense.
It's Bogdanovich on the wing. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Allen outside. Back to Irving. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
I don't know how he does it, but Kyrie does such a great job to get deep position and convert, separating himself from other point guards in the league with that finishing ability.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. Pass to Young. And it's sent back by KD.
Wow, the large wingspan of Durant on full display. What a block there.
And stolen by Bogdanovich. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. Brooklyn making some changes. Jeff Green, he's checked in for Durant. Taurean Prince comes in for Harris. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Kyrie Irving. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella. Gallinari comes in for Collins. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Young. Allen's shot is off. The Hawks have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
That's his first personal
Jeff
foul.
Green picks one up.
And going back to when he turned pro at just 16 years of age, Gallinari has proven to be one of the best players ever from Italy.
And you think about his final year in Milano and just how highly efficient he was, first in the league's ratings overall. 6th pick going from Italy to New York City, and the fans had no idea what they were getting, but Gallinari eventually dealt in the Carmelo deal, and his career, although it's been multiple stops, has been pretty exemplary.
The first one falls.
You know, the Gallinari nickname, Gallo, did you know that's Italian for rooster? Look it up. It's fact.
Both shots good from the stripe.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who you going to pick to send to the free throw line? And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
Shamet the pass to Dinwiddie. They get a hand on it. All by himself. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock.
Huerter now mixing it up a little bit, not just staying on the perimeter.
For Atlanta, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
The line for 2.
And the first one drops.
Already impressing at a young age, Kevin Huerter's dead-eye accuracy from deep, combined with being a fearless competitor going inside, that's going to pay some dividends throughout his career.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Dinwiddie. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Brooklyn shooting their first free throw of the evening.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
The free throw drops for Dinwiddie. With one on the clock, he can't get it to go. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's Atlanta up 2, and we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And earlier we spoke with Kevin Durant about surviving the grind of an NBA season.
How can we be the best version of ourselves individually every day, and how can we bring that together to make a great group? And I think that's the focus every day. That's tough in itself. That's the pressure in itself, is the getting up and being laser focused on what your job is every day. And I think a lot of guys in this locker room know how to muster up that focus to, win basketball games.
Well, Durant may not be the in-your-face type of player, Greg, but he gets the message across for sure.
He's not going to yell at you. He's going to show you how it's done and expect that you're as committed to winning as he is.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And what do you guys think about the Hawks here in this one?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And so in the game for the Hawks, on the wings, Herter and Reddish. Gallinari is out there with Okongwu, and it's Rondo in at the 1 spot. Here's Herter. Puts it up from 12, and it's sent back by Allen.
And how about, and with that great length and awareness, Allen continues to build his reputation as a shot blocker.
Well, recognizing the size mismatch and then turns it into an easy basket there. They've got to do a better job with defensive help.
Here's Okongwu after Jeff Green's bucket, and the shot is good.
Now, you can't leave someone open around Rondo. He'll find him.
And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for the Nets. 4-point game. Wound up there for Allen. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
When you have an elite wingspan like Jared Allen, you make those alley-oops look easy.
The Hawks have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Rondo kicks to Okongwu. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. When you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
Both good from the line that time. Nets trail by 4. Here's Irving. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Irving's got 6.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Okongwu. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan. This is his second trip to the free throw line.
2 shots.
First one falls for him. Durant's checked in for Brooklyn. Harris comes in for Torian Prince. Clint Capella, he's checked in for the Hawks. Bogdanovich comes in for Kevin Huerter. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
KD passes to Irving. Lobs it up for Jordan. It's stolen by Capella. Pass break here. Here come the Hawks. Okongwu's running. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for two.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Hawks have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line.
Bogdanovich. At the line for two.
First free throw is good. The Hawks making a switch here. Collins is checked in. And so Bogdanovich nails both of them. Nets trail by 6. Outside Irving. Back to Durant. Over Collins. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. KD's got 6.
It's just lethal. Once Kevin Durant gets into that spot, he can rise up, and it's pretty much going to go in.
Hunter, the pass to Capella. Arm's length from the hoop, he knocks it down. Capella's got the lead up to 6 now for the Hawks.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second. And last season for Capella wasn't that easy. Had his year cut short to injury, never got the chance to suit up with his new team in the Hawks.
Done outside. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. From outside, off the mark. And with Capella and the Hawks, both are excited for this season.
And on paper, Capella seems like a great fit. Can finish inside, pairs well with John Collins and Trae Young, and Capella could be the difference maker to get this team back in the playoffs.
Timeout.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Young's checked in for the Hawks.
Now into the lineup for the Hawks. Trae Young.
1:19 left to play here in the second quarter.
Hawks foul called. Bogdanovich. That's his first personal foul.
Here's Irving. He's got 6. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. He's got 9.
When you make shots like that, Kyrie is showing just how confident he is in his offensive ability.
Pass to Bogdanovich. Back to Young. That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
46 seconds left to play here in the half. Durant, no good. Atlanta leading by 8. Capella, the pass to Collins. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. There's the dish to Bogdanovich. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Nets. Passes it to Durant. With 2 seconds left. And that's 2 points on the layup. Durant's got 8 points.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
And we've finished one half of basketball. Hawks lead by 6. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. A competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. Looking at the Hawks, Kenny, how'd you feel about it?
Well, we can't look past the work that their reserves have done tonight. There was a big difference between the teams in terms of points off the bench. And that could be a big factor in close games. When you can lean on your bench for offense, it's a nice advantage.
And over to Shaq. What do you think about Brooklyn?
Well, their D wasn't a disaster, but they can improve on it. They lacked energy out there and were giving up a lot of good shots. They got to defend with more passion in the second half.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take it down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Irving and LeVert are at the 1 and 2. Harris is out there with Durant, and it's Jordan in at the center position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Now, here's Collins. Good work there as it goes. Collins has got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Hawks. Irving dishes to Durant. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Your son, Cole Gregg, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him number 1. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top notch. So that process about as enjoyable as one could ask for, but at the same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
Well, you're a dad and a proud one at that.
And the all-star Kevin Durant, a slender, quick-footed forward, he's added a bit of physicality and defensive presence to his game the last couple years.
He hits both from the stripe.
Now you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Young finds Bogdanovich. And there's the pass to Hunter. Shot clock at 5. No good there. Jordan with some nice D. Nets trail by 6. Here's Irving. It's blocked. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
And a minute played as the second half gets going.
And really, this is the role of Capella, to come out, play that strong defense, and alter as many shots as possible.
Such a big part of what he does for this team, just work and work on the boards, generate second chance opportunities, and hopefully convert.
The Nets shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here.
One shot.
Free throw good, Jordan.
Well, the adventure begins when DeAndre gets to the line, but I think he's wanting to work hard on his free throws, so it's not a substitution in the last 2 minutes of a game. He wants to get confident stepping up and knocking them down.
Now, here is Young. 7 points in the game. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Nets trail by 3. In the corner, it's Harris. Can't tie it up as that one misses.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
Here's Capella. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. The Nets have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break.
And Bones, with that Clint Capella trade last year to the Hawks, a bit of a surprise to many, but the Hawks were able to land a young and talented center.
And maybe GA the perfect fit for how it is that their team is constructed around Trae Young. Capella's going to be that pick and roll option, can finish above the rim, and is a good defender to protect the guys on the defensive end.
Free throw drops for KD. So for the Nets, Green comes in for Jordan, and it's Prince in for Harris. Atlanta also making some changes here. Okongwu's checked in for Capella. Gallinari comes in for Collins. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for DeAndre Hunter. Durant hits them both.
And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers to ever play. Not the most prolific scorer, but perhaps the most talented. He's dangerous from any part of the floor.
Now, here is Young. 7 points in the game. And there it is for him. Young's got 9.
Young working hard on the defensive end that time.
Nets trail by 3. Greg, as scores go, Kevin Durant's as efficient as any.
I mean, Durant has an insane field goal percentage for the shots that he takes. I mean, when you factor in how many threes he puts up, it gets even more impressive. Durant takes so many shots where he's covered and is still efficient. It's just mind-blowing.
Here's Young. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. And Young kicks to Gallinari. The shot misses. Some solid defense there from KD. Here's LeVert. Oh, the power on that throwdown.
Unreal. Well, KD, an awesome job there, just sharing the rock with his teammates.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
A smart move here, talk things over. He's really eating them up, and they've tried a few different looks defensively. Nothing quite getting it done.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Jared Allen's checked in for Taurean Prince. Landry Shamet comes in for Karis LeVert. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Irving. And then for Atlanta, Reddish, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. And Rajon Rondo subbed in for Trae Young. Outside Rondo. Atlanta again missing.
You know what? Those are shots you just hate to miss when you get those kinds of bunnies on a possession.
Gallinari left side. Third quarter of basketball here and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Brooklyn with the ball. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. Oh, here we go with O'Connor.
Oh, man. How about the instincts by Huerter right there, making a difference on that end?
Here now is Dinwiddie. Outside Durant. Here's the 3. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Durant's got the lead up to 2 now for Brooklyn.
And he's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
Gallinari against Green. The 3. The shot by Reddish, no good. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 14-4 run. Dinwiddie passes to KD. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game?
Rondo against Dinwiddie. Here's Gallinari. They get it back, and it's sent back by Allen.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
No good from Durant. Reddish with the ball. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
And Reddish daring the defenders that time as he got really aggressive.
Personal foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
Cam Reddish taking 2 shots.
That free throw good from Reddish.
They're such a versatile forward that can defend and shoot and score. Reddish's game has future all-star written all over it.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Now Irving, he's got 9. 3 seconds left, and the rejection by Collins. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Brooklyn Nets. What a quarter that saw them generate a great comeback effort and are now out in front with momentum behind them. Right back after this break. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great hands, great vision. That makes great things happen for your offense.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the court right now for the Hawks, Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Rajon Rondo is out there with Reddish, and it's Capella in at the pivot spot manning the middle. Now here's Allen, and stolen by Hunter. Capella, it's good on the putback.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Here's Irving. And yes, it's good. And the Nets lead by 3.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Now here's Rondo. Banked in off the glass.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And it's Irving with the ball for Brooklyn. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Takes the 3. At basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Now here's Hunter. Dinwiddie covering. Outside Collins. That one misses. Jordan with some nice D. Nets leading by 4. Now here is Irving. Left side Jordan. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
That's some big boy stuff from DJ. He likes the chance to finish through contact.
Rondo dishes to Reddish. Rebounded by the Nets. Jordan's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Irving looking over the floor. Fader on the way. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. The Hawks trail by 6. Pass to Collins, and it's Rondo in the corner. The Hawks again can't hit. For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. On its way from Irving for 2. Offensive rebound. For Atlanta, they've gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. There's the feed to Collins. And it's blocked by Jordan.
If there's one end of the floor that DJ takes seriously, it's the defensive end, and he loves to get up and reject those shots.
Nets leading by 6. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
And they've been very loose with the ball here. They haven't been as patient, forcing things a bit, which has led to turnovers. They need to just slow down and relax.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Trae Young.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Durant's checked in for Allen, and Karis LeVert subbed in for Dinwiddie. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. His demeanor was not one of a coach whose team was well ahead. He said, this is the time to turn up the heat, make one final push, and try to close out strong. We'll see if they were listening, guys.
Pass to Jordan. Back to Irving. LeVert kicks to Irving. Passes it to LeVert. And stolen by Hunter. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. To stop the drought, the putback, and Collins is right there.
Collins not the first option, but wow, stepping up.
Nets leading by 4. KD passes to Irving. Back to Durant. Now Harris launches it. Trains the three-pointer. Harris has got himself on the board with 3 there.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Now Kevin Durant after the missed 3 from Trae Young. Here's KD. Clock at 6. That's a basket. His 8th from the field, 8 of 14.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them, complete control.
And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. There's 37 seconds left in the game. Here's Snell, LeVert defending. Atlanta again missing. It's the Nets now. On the wing, Irving. And stolen by Dunn. The pass to Herter. He tries for 3. Dunn misses. And here is Durant. He dishes it to Irving. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. DeAndre, what do you think this team's identity is this season?
We just have so many guys that can score. It's going to be somebody's night every night, like I keep saying. But we're also, our half-court offense is getting a lot better.
The ball is moving around, DeAndre. Thanks for your time. Kevin?